why you don't deposit her anymore?
Well, because I only do that when she's already lying down somewhere on her back and I pick her up.
Oh, yeah. And then you put her as she was. Oh, yeah, she knows what to do.
Yeah.
You are so cute, you are so cute. Oh, yeah. Sweet little powder puff. The ears.
Oh my goodness.
She loves it.
Yeah, she does.
She loves it.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I forgot something really important. Hold on.
What's that?
Hold on.
Oh my god, your lip injection, bitch. How'd you forget that?
My lips are dry.
Oh my god.
Don't make me miss.
You want me to do it for you? You good? I already have.
Oh, come on.
I have something else on.
Let me be romantic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My love.
Okay, we may begin.
Okay. Sounds good.
Ooh. Okay, so, good to go.
Uh-huh.
All right, so welcome back to Where Do I Sit? And this is Alessia.
She's Sasha. I'm Alessia.
Let me restart.
Okay.
Welcome back to Where Do I Sit? I am one of your hosts, Sasha. This is my beautiful other half, Alessia. Mm-hmm. We are married and gay lovers for 10 years today. Not today, but today with you guys.
Yeah.
And we are going to talk a whole lot of shit about threesomes today. If you like us, please follow, like, and subscribe. And leave a little comment. Leave us some love so that we know that you're enjoying it and we know what kind of stood out to you. But just be nice. Mm-hmm. That's it.
I have a disclaimer.
You do?
I have a disclaimer. Threesomes are not for everyone.
Okay. Yes.
And that's okay.
Jumping right in.
Yeah. They're not to fix a relationship.
Agreed.
They are not the last resort in saving your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we're not doing this episode to try to convince you to have threesomes. That is not at all what we're doing. We're just kind of showing you where we sit with regards to threesomes, which is on other people's faces. And that's it.
Good one.
So if you really don't want to hear anything about threesomes, just skip this episode. But then don't leave a comment because you didn't listen.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Only leave a comment if you listen to the episode.
Yeah. And speaking of that, actually, we're going to be talking about our own experiences and where we sit on the topic, like you perfectly said. So everything that we're saying today is out of our own personal experience. We're not trying to coach you through it or anything like that. So, yeah, just be respectful. I know this isn't a topic for everybody, but this was one of the most highly requested topics and subjects that people wanted us to talk about. So here we are.
Yeah.
Responding to your many
we're doing
demands.
It because you guys asked us to.
Yeah, exactly. So we're here, we're present, and we are ready to tackle the subject and answer a lot of your juicy questions at the end. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Cool. So where do we start?
I think we should start with how we're monogamish and how that came to
Into existence,
and maybe how we brought up the topic with each other.
Yeah.
Kind of like, the history of how it was
how
for
it all
us.
started.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Should I go? Should you go?
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. So we've been together 10 years. In the very, very beginning of our relationship, we were monogamous and exclusive. Mm-hmm. And I think about 2 years or so in, was it 2 years or 1 year? I think it was like maybe...
It was in the middle, but you basically brought up that because it was very early on in the relationship, and you said that you yourself
Come closer to
could not picture yourself being with the same person sexually for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. And I had never really thought about it before. No one's ever asked me. Mm-hmm. So talking about it together, I kind of realized that, like, yeah, that'd be fucking hard. And I agreed with you. I never thought
Right.
about it before, and then I thought about it, and I was like, yeah. Realistically, yeah.
For us.
Yes.
For us. Because, look, it's different for everybody, right? Like, you can be very, very happy and delighted with monogamy, with exclusive monogamy with your partner, and that's perfectly fine. But I think the one thing that really was beautiful or is beautiful about our relationship is we've always been very open books with each other, and that's been the case since day one that we've met. I was an open book, you were an open book, and you know all my deepest, darkest secrets. You know everything about my past, everything about my present, and there's no secrets here whatsoever. So in the beginning, when we were getting to know each other and stuff and navigating our relationship, like, we were very transparent, and we were sharing a lot of our thoughts and feelings about so many different things, you know, as our relationship was flourishing and blossoming.
Yes.
And yes, that was one of the things that I've always kind of felt with regards to monogamy. I don't typically bring it up or talk about it very openly like I am right now, simply because the way that we've all been raised and the way that we've all been conditioned is so, you know, narrow-minded, in my opinion. Like, we've all been conditioned, and it's been drilled into our heads that monogamy and being with one person for the rest of your life is the one single right way to go about a relationship and the one way to love. And to be honest with you, I am not of that belief. I don't believe that. I think that monogamy is a spectrum, and you can be somewhere on that spectrum. You can be fully monogamous, you can be completely open, you can be in the middle, you can be monogamish like us, you can be, you know, like, it's just a spectrum. And I think there's much, much, much more than just one way to love. I think every relationship and dynamic is so unique, and I don't think we need to, once again, fit everybody into one box.
Yeah. And for us, monogamish is like, we like to have threesomes and foursomes, but we're always together. We don't go off on our own.
Right.
And that's like our comfort zone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, we had a lot of discussions on the topic in the beginning, and we spoke about our limits and our comfort zones and our boundaries and stuff like that. And we came to the agreement that we would be very comfortable, or would love to experience, sharing the love together. So including other people sexually every once in a while we're both present, but not going off on our own separately without the other person there. So in that sense, we'll label ourselves monogamish, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, this mindset or way of thinking may be very, very triggering to some people, and I understand, because, you know, we've all been conditioned that way, but I really don't think it fits for me, nor do you think it fits for you, and that's perfectly fine. You can find the right dynamic that works for your individual relationship. So when other people look at open relationships, monogamous people looking at open relationships, and they're like, how do you do this? How do you not get jealous? How this? I can't believe it. I can't wrap my head around it. I think that there's a lot of judgment involved in that way of thinking. And I don't think that's right. I think you need to live and let live. I think what works for you doesn't necessarily mean that it applies and works for other people.
Yeah, you don't have to have threesomes.
Yeah, you don't have to, nor do you have to be completely monogamous if that's not your cup of tea. So live and let live, be nice, and realize that there is so much more out there. Love is a very broad spectrum, so is monogamy, and there's a million different ways to do things in life, including being in a relationship. Thank you very much. I've said my bit.
Yes, good job, baby.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you brought it up with me.
Right.
And we, talked about it for years before deciding that we're going to do it.
Like two years.
Yeah.
In total, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it for a while to make sure that we're both super comfortable. And slowly we talked about how it could happen,
Started bringing up different scenarios, like
fantasies.
Right.
Yeah. And also like what we wouldn't want to happen, our do's and don'ts, our boundaries, our limits, certain positions that we wouldn't want, to happen. or, you know, all kinds of stuff. And then we weren't searching super hard, but I would say the first one kind of fell in our lap.
Yeah.
Because it was like not close friend of a friend, you know, like we never met this person before, which I highly recommend it being like a neutral third party that you don't know.
Right.
So we were introduced and, you know, we hit it off with her, and turns out that her wife was actually a sex therapist and they're in an open relationship. So it was kind of like the perfect situation because they had experience.
How perfect can it be?
But we didn't, you know?
Yeah, we were virgins.
So
Threesome virgins.
Virgins.
Together.
Oh, together, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that was really great that she had experience and was like, I know that, like, you know, we're going to make sure this is super equal and that everyone's comfortable.
Right.
And we were going in with that mindset too. So, because we talked about it so much before. And we made sure that we were ready, and we double checked and we triple checked. You know?
And also even played around with the fantasies, like revolving around that. So for example, when we were repeatedly having these discussions over and over, and imagining different scenarios and this and that, during sexy time, we would start to bring it up slowly, like sprinkle it a little bit, like in the dirty talk, you know, like for example, we'd be in a certain position and then she would be like getting me close to the finish line, and she'd throw in like, you know, imagine, like picture someone behind you or under you right now as I'm making you climax, you know, and then you start to picture it, and then you start to get really turned on by it, and the other person's turned on by you getting turned on by it, and they're turned on because of the vision, and it's just
like a whole turned on party.
Yeah, and then it just like kind of makes the orgasm a lot stronger, and it makes it very, very exciting, and then we could talk about it after, you know, and it became like a very fun sexual
even
exploration
before
journey.
Even doing it was so much fun, just like
fantasizing together about it and stuff. So I think that kind of put us in the mindset and mentally made us, like, prepared us for it. So
we're kind of like visualizing how it would go down with our fantasies, which kind of helped it happen,
manifest. Exactly. So anyways, back to the first time.
So I would say that it went super well because we were really well prepared and we really love each other, and we were, you know.
But you know what's great too about the first time is that we didn't go all the way. It was just for like a little bit of light foreplay, which worked out perfectly because it really like eased us into it. So that's also, I think, something that worked really well for us, where it wasn't like bam the whole thing right off the bat. It was kind of like a very gentle introduction to it, you know, like some kissing, some touching, a little bit of foreplay, stuff like that, but not like the whole 9 yards, you know. So that really, really helped. And then after that, that kind of like popped our threesome cherry together, because we both had experiences with threesomes before we met each other, as per a lot of your questions. And after that, it was more like it happened a couple times afterwards in all-inclusive resorts, which we love. We love going to all-inclusive resorts because it's just like the perfect way to relax and disconnect. And oftentimes, well, we always book adults-only resorts too. And oftentimes in these places, it's, you know, everyone's vacation mode.
It's pretty easy to find someone
It's pretty easy. Everyone's like in a good mood. They're soaking in the sun. They're horny. They're open. They're just like, you know, all the walls are down. So it's kind of a perfect place to experience with something like that. And it kind of guarantees that you're never going to see the person again. So that kind of worked out really well for us. We've played around in resorts.
It's somewhere else. It's not your home, you know, it's not your city. It's a total disconnect. So that's why I find
that's a really great environment as well.
It's
to experience it in. A couple times it happened there with one person, and sometimes it would happen with two people. But today we're strictly going to talk about like the dynamic of a threesome. Maybe for a later episode we can discuss like foursomes, or like, you know, playing with another couple, which is kind of a different dynamic. But yeah, so I would say like all-inclusive resorts is a fun way to meet people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a neutral third party is the way to go for us.
I highly recommend that. I really recommend that. You don't know the person. Neither of you know the person.
No history with this person before. No one you've ever slept with in the past or anything like that. This way you prevent any messiness.
Yeah. I really highly recommend that one of you hasn't slept with that person already.
Yeah.
That avoids a lot of possible jealousy or anything like that.
100%.
Yeah.
For sure. Usually it's a friend of a friend or like a complete like stranger that we meet at a resort. Or in any environment like a bar or a nightclub or whatever. That's usually how it happens. I know we've had a lot of questions like how does it usually go down? So maybe we could talk about like how it happens.
Yeah. Locking eyes with someone. And then you just kind of like, for example, if you're like, we were at a bar together once, and sometimes the person will come up to you and start flirting with you, you know, which is great. And then you can talk to them, flirt with them a little bit, and then be like, you know, if you're interested, you know, my wife is here and we like to have threesomes. So would you like me to introduce you to her? Would be like, you know, a good.
Or you don't have to be that forward though. You don't have to say we like to have threesomes. You can say like that's good. If you're more the straightforward type, go for it. I kind of like to bring it up in a more indirect but very direct way.
Yeah, show me how.
Well, like, you know, just be like, my wife is here, and sometimes we like to have fun with other people, you know, instead of just saying like,
that's pretty direct.
We're gonna both sit on your face and suffocate you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that was still pretty direct though.
I know. It's just little teasing, something, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one way. Another way is like, if we're both together and then someone's looking at us and we find them really attractive, we can both look at them and smile or whatever. But typically it's like one person someone will lock eyes with either one of us, and then the person will have a green flag to come talk to us, or we go and we talk to them, and then we, as in one of us, goes and talks to them, and then we bring in like kind of like what you said, like we immediately, and not like after you flirted with them for like an hour, like you kind of right away, you know, you kind of like slide it in right away so that they know like what they're in for, like up front, and it doesn't feel like we've let them on or anything like that. It's basically like all cards on the table. I'm here with my wife. So if you want me, you are kind of gonna have to want my wife too. Yeah, it's like a 2-for-1 deal over here. We come as a package deal.
If you don't also want my wife, then have a nice night.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, it's happened before where like someone will be together and then they'll see us kissing or whatever, and then we'll both agree like, hey, that girl's really cute. Maybe we should look at her, and like one of us gives her the eye or whatever. Yeah. The eyes, and then she'll like. It's happened to... tell your story, actually, because that's the perfect example of it, where, like, her friend thought you were being a douche.
Oh, God. Yeah.
No, because it's a perfect example of, like...
Yeah, we were at a gay party, and, like, you know, she was looking at me from afar, and I think also you, but, like, kind of separately, and then we agreed, like, yeah, you should go talk to her, and I was so nervous.
I was pushing her to do it because I'm always the one that like makes the first move. Yeah, but I'm just like, babe, you got this. I know,
I was so nervous.
I was like, go talk to her. You could do it. And you're like, no, why don't you go talk to her? I was like, go talk to her. It's always me.
It took me like 10 minutes to like think of a line in my head, and I was like,
I told you what to say.
Yeah, you
I
said
like spoon fed it to you.
Yeah, you were like, tell her how, you know, her lipstick color is the same color as my pants or something like that.
Did you see what I did there?
I
was wearing white.
But she was like, what? And I was like, your lipstick color is the... You know what? Forget it. She couldn't fucking hear me.
Okay, but listen to how smooth that is, though.
It is smooth, yeah.
No, she was wearing red pants and I was wearing red lipstick. So I told her, I was like, go up to her and say,
what the fuck is this girl talking about?
Your pants are the same color as my wife's lipstick. I think that's pretty hot.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of starts to kind of plant the seed a little bit. So anyways, you tried and you failed.
I tried and she was like, what? Fuck. And I said it again. She was like, okay. And then she just started like grinding on my leg. And I was like, all right, that works. But I don't think she heard me. But anyways, so, and then her friend thought that I was like some fucking fuckboy or something because I was dancing with you and then I go and hit on this girl and I'm dancing with her, and she definitely saw us making out and dancing earlier. So she thought that while you're at the bathroom, I'm out here like fucking trying to cheat on you or something. And she was like elbowing me in the ribs as I'm chatting. Her friend, yeah, I'm chatting with the girl, and her friend is fucking jabbing me in the ribs,
like dancing / jabbing
on
you,
purpose.
like trying
it was
to
so
like
obvious, but I was just like
it's
ignoring
so
her.
Annoying.
Yo, whatever.
Yo, guys, like don't make assumptions. Like just.
And she was
give
like,
people the benefit of the doubt first before you like jump to conclusions. You know, like you never know. Like more people than you think nowadays are in monogamish or open relationships. So just give it a second. Don't panic or freak out. Just like find out where the person's coming from or what their deal is first before you start like elbowing them in the fucking tits.
I wish I said something now. You know, I think about it and I'm like, I should have fucking said something. That was
This
pretty
is
rude.
No, but I mean, it's the first people drink and it's the first time that situation happens, so it's okay. But anyways, then you flirted with her. And,
I flirted with her and then we flirted. I brought you. You know, I was like, I'd like to introduce you.
You
to my
like
wife.
signaled me to come over, so I came over and introduced myself,
and the three of us spoke, and it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But then like we texted. We got her number and we texted after. And we could feel that she was a little bit more into one of us than the other.
Right.
So we were honest and we were like, you know what?
polite.
This is what we're kind of the vibe that we're getting. So that we can't do. So we're going to just leave it at this. And
it was respectful. It was respectful.
And
she
she took it
understood
well.
and she said, okay, sounds good. I
Yeah.
understand. She had never experienced a threesome before either. So, I mean, you know, just a little piece of advice. If you want to have a threesome with a couple, if you're one person wanting to have a threesome with the couple, it's typically a little better received when you show appreciation and attraction towards both people as opposed to just one of them.
Yeah. Try to be as equal as possible.
As considerate as possible towards both parties. That's usually better received.
Because she missed her chance.
She really missed her chance there because we were just like, nah, this isn't the dynamic we're looking for.
We gave her opportunities to be equal, but she didn't. And so
it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
This is why you shoot your shot and you try and you try to scope out people who are like good fits for your relationship and what you're looking for.
And once they pass that test,
we'll call it test. Whatever.
Once they pass that vibe check, then we go up for a drink with them.
Right. We go on a little date.
Yeah.
We get to know them a little bit.
Chat
it up. Just make sure that they're respectful, that they're sane, that they have a good head on their shoulders, that they're not, they're single or in a consensual open relationship or whatever their situation is. Just make sure that the whole situation is healthy, drama-free. Yep. And if they pass, if everybody's feeling good at that,
vibe check number 2.
If everyone is kind of feeling good about one another, then we start to just kind of lay out on the table everything that would make this three-way a success, which usually is equal attention and mutual attraction towards everybody, and then also a very clear, open discussion about our boundaries, our do's and don'ts, our likes and dislikes. And typically, the thing that really works for us and that has always worked for us since day one is we're perfectly transparent about telling them that usually this is just a one-time thing that we do with people and we don't keep in touch afterwards. So it's okay to say that. And the reason why we do that is just to avoid any sort of expectation or messiness or drama or attachments or anything of the sort. It kind of just like prevents all of that from happening. Typically we text in a three-way conversation, or I take the lead on the texting.
You do the texting because I'm just so shit at that.
Yeah, it's either a three-way conversation or usually I'm the one that just texts the person and I keep you fully in the loop of every single interaction.
It's a complete open book. Like, you tell me right away, oh, they texted, you know.
They said this, I said this, should I say this?
Yeah.
Is it okay with you if I say this? You know, stuff like that.
And I help sometimes with the flirting, but
yes.
You don't really need much help. So it's completely open. Like, I never have any worries about that.
Right. So yeah, that's usually how we like to do things to keep it drama free.
Yeah.
So we make sure that it's a neutral third party. We make sure that the experience happens only once, with exception if it's a particularly very, very good experience for us and it's a really strong connection and the chemistry is through the roof between the three of us and the person is really great and we feel comfortable with them and we trust them. Then we could, you know, sometimes have it happen another time with them, but it's never happened more than twice, I would say. Usually it's one time and then like that's it, and we make that clear from the beginning so they know they're walking into this and they fully know what to expect. They fully know what our expectations are. They fully know where we sit. They fully know our boundaries, our no-nos. We really strongly encourage communication. So the communication happens before, so we lay it all out in the beginning and we make sure that everybody's okay and in agreement and on the same page. Then during the act, we really guide each other and we check in on each other a lot and we communicate. And then at the end, when it's all done, we check in again. How was it? Is everybody satisfied? Did everybody have fun? Is there anything missing that we need to do to keep everyone happy? You know, like, I think it's really, really crucial to have the communication before, during, and after, and never skipping any one of these phases. Like, all of these stages of communication are essential for us to have a near perfect threesome or perfect threesome, honestly. And it's worked every single time. And there was never any question marks after or confusion or anything at all. Maybe the only time that was confusing was that one girl that was like completely silent afterwards. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So there's like some interesting things that can happen every once in a while, which is okay.
It was odd.
It was a bit odd, but it was still fun.
Then we were like, you know, like if you want to go, you can go. You could leave now if you want. Well, you're not talking. You're completely silent. You just like mute.
It was so the communication before was great. The communication during was great, and then afterwards she just went mute, silent, and we were just asking.
Well, I think it's because she finally came, and I think she was just like done.
Yeah,
I think she was just like KO
everything out of her. Yeah. That was the only time that we were kind of left wondering, like, what was that about? Like, it was a little bit like, I understand that you're you know, it took everything out of you and everything, but like,
it was like also the loudest moan I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, the whole resort heard it. Yeah. So I think that she was just KO after and just needed to go to bed.
Yeah. I think that was like the only, not negative, but like slightly strange interaction that we've had with a third. Which just happened at the end. Yeah, it was a bit unexpected because like the communication was just like so perfect and flowy like the whole time, and then at the end it was just like. But anyway, it was fun. We both had a great time. She looked happy. She just
needed a nap.
She just needed to revive herself. I guess she was depleted of all her juices. Anyway. Yeah. So, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah.
One thing that like I felt like maybe we didn't talk enough about yet is before having a threesome is like how kind of in the disclaimer I said that this is not to fix your relationship and that you really need to be in a solid place before that. Yeah. I think that's so fucking important because a lot of the questions we receive kind of alludes to people not being in a solid place and having these questions.
A lot of people are like, it's a lot of jealousy filled questions. Like, how do you not get jealous? How do you not get jealous? Do you ever get jealous? Does one person get more jealous? Like,
these
so
cannot be an option if you're gonna have a threesome. Like, you need to 1000% trust your partner. Trust the relationship.
You be secure.
And this is a fun added bonus. It's not because your spark is dying or you find you're growing a distance with each other or growing apart and you think this will fix the relationship.
Right.
No, you need to fix it first and then incorporate that later if you're still interested, if you still feel like you want to do that. I just really want to like hammer it in that I highly suggest that you guys are like really solid because it's going to make it so much better.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like, if you're already a very jealous type of person or you're feeling insecure in your relationship, do not add a third. Don't fucking have a threesome. Like, it's not, I would highly discourage you from doing that because I really, this is my opinion, but I feel like you really need to be in a really solid and secure place within yourself and also within your relationship to then even consider doing something like that. Like, this isn't like my wife said, like, this isn't something to fix your relationship. It's just a fun experience to add to your already wonderful relationship with your partner, just to like have fun and be adventurous together and try something different and, you know, switch things up and just, you said it perfectly. But definitely, like, I'm really shocked at the amount of questions about jealousy. This isn't at all a space that the way that we go about it, the way we're so open with each other, completely transparent about everything that we feel or every single thought running through our heads, leaves no room for that. There's no room or space for any jealousy to even come up. And the fact that we know each other so well, like, we have like a best friend type of relationship. Like, I know all of your deepest, darkest secrets, and so do you. I know how to read your body language. I know how to read your face. Like, we talk about it before, we check in during, we talk about it after with the person, and we talk about it together alone afterwards. We reminisce, we fantasize about it. We like check in with each other. Did you really enjoy when I did this? Did you enjoy when that happened? Did you enjoy when they did this? How did you feel when this happened? Do you want something to change for next time? Did anything at any point made you feel uncomfortable? What can I do better next time? Where is the opportunity for any type of jealousy to come up when you're having that open of a communication with your partner?
Exactly.
There's no room for it. No. It's all about like the openness, the transparency, and the very, very crystal clear communication that you have with your partner before, during, and after. And then after. You know, so this isn't really an issue for us, like, at all. And we know we're good people. Like, I know that I've never had any single doubt or any insecurity towards you cheating on me at all. No. You know that I'm emotionally completely loyal to you. I'm not the type of person that can fall in love with multiple people at once. It's just not me.
No,
my heart is in one place and it's with her. Exactly. Sexually, though, that's different. I'm a very sexually adventurous person. I can compartmentalize love and sex as two different things.
Totally.
100%. Like, I know a lot of people, it's like they're both intertwined and they can't do one without the other, but not us. And once again, everybody's different.
We did an IG story asking people what their questions are about threesomes. So a lot of people had questions.
Juicy questions.
Very, very juicy questions. Yeah. Awesome questions. And a lot of them were the same. But there was also some like really different ones. So I am going to maybe ask a couple and then you'll ask a couple.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So we want to leave a good amount of time because there's a lot of great questions. Yeah. So let's get to it.
Yeah.
Who initiates? If it's a couple and one of us has slept with the third before becoming a couple.
That's a hell nah.
That's a hell nah. I highly, like I said before, do not. Us. Yeah. Like, I don't suggest it because your partner is, if you've already slept with the third that you want to bring in, unless your partner is the most secure and never jealous person, that like they might have some feelings bubbling up about thinking about you two sleeping together in the past or this and that, or that third might, you know, be reminiscent about things and it could cause a icky situation. So for us,
It could be risky.
it's risky. We wouldn't ever have a threesome with someone that one of us has slept with before. That's just one of our rules, one of our boundaries to avoid possible issues.
Neutral third.
Neutral third.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does the third ever feel left out entering into a couple situation? This was a popular question.
Well, actually, it's interesting because they're specifically asking about the third.
Yes.
So.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's very, very common, and we've experienced it multiple times, that the third will be very nervous because they are entering this dynamic here, which is already very solidified. So they're kind of like the unicorn entering the situation, and we kind of have like a little bit of the upper hand in this situation. So it could be very nerve-wracking, especially if they have never experienced a threesome before. So it's very natural and normal for them to be a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
But as long as they're like open and honest about their feelings, we can then
help
them feel reassured and help them feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And just ease them into it very, very slowly. Maybe we ask them what would make the situation the most comfortable for you. Like, what could we do to put you at ease?
Yeah.
You know, so it's all about communicating.
And we also, you know, not only do we want them to be equal to us, but we also are like equal to everyone in the situation.
Of course.
So we don't ever want anyone to feel left out, whether it's the third or one of us. It's really easy to just, you know, you've got two hands and there's two people in front of you. Share, touch, you know, maybe you're doing something or you're kissing one person. You can have your arm around their waist or around the back of their neck, or
just to make them feel included.
Doing stuff, you know,
just stay physically connected.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very normal for one person to, it's normal that in with three people doing things together. For example, there'll be a moment where me and you are doing stuff to each other where the third person is kind of integrating themselves or kind of finding things to do to either one of us in the moment. But that's perfectly normal and it's part of the fun.
It's not being left out.
It's not being left out. I know there's a lot of questions about, like, does anyone ever feel left out? No, because it's perfectly clear and I mean, obvious in the moment that, like, if I'm doing things to you, we're not just gonna like make out and just like X
two
that
mouths
person
and
out.
two vaginas, so
we're not gonna just like make out and leave them out completely and make them feel like, oh my god, they're just twiddling their thumbs waiting for us to finish making out. Like, it doesn't play out like that. We'll be making out while still keeping physical contact with them, and then when we're done, we turn to them, we give them love. When I'm done, they turn to her, they give her love, and vice versa. Like, it's normal that, you know, like, it just naturally happens in the moment, and it's okay. Like,
don't like think that you're being left out. Just figure a way to find yourself
you just
in
stay
this
connected.
Kind of tangled love situation.
Sometimes it happens that a person or either one of us will be like, okay, I'm just gonna watch for a little bit because I need like a minute. Because
sometimes you need to go to the bathroom. Like, it's okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
If you want to make that a rule that when someone needs to go to the bathroom, everything stops. That's fine. You can do that. Like, that could be a rule or boundary or something. Yeah. And then they come back. You know. Sometimes you need to freshen up.
Yeah. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Yeah. But no, at no point is anyone ever actually left out. Like. No. We're all connected the whole way through, and not only that, but the check-in also comes in handy at this point. Yeah. Like, we check in with each other, we make sure everyone's comfortable, and that is everyone's opportunity to say if they want something to change in the dynamic or anything like that. So any tweaks to be made or anything, that would be your opportunity, and check-ins cover you. Yeah.
Then the next question is, what's the main thing about keeping everyone comfortable? So checking in.
Communication.
Communicate
before, during, and after.
Communication.
All three. Not just one. You don't just communicate before and then you don't check in with each other the whole way through. Check the fuck in. Check in, because even if everything's going perfect, just a quick little check-in will just
put you at comfort. Like, put everyone at comfort.
Yeah, just make everyone...
hearing it out loud.
Just make everyone feel like they're all still very connected. And everyone's present and everyone's thinking about one another. It's just nice. If anything, it'll just reinforce the trust between the three of you.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Where is the best place to find people and how to approach the idea? So the best place to find people, well, for us, it's really easy at All Inclusives. But we haven't tried finding people on online dating apps, but I'm sure you can. I'm sure, like, I mean, back in the day when I would be on the apps, there would be so many couples looking for a third. So yeah, I feel like it's a very successful thing because so many people are doing it. And there's obviously like some fetish websites and things that you can check out. There's swinger clubs, there's sex clubs, you could just go to like gay parties.
Just talk about it with no shame. Like, if you're comfortable,
you might attract it to you.
If you're comfortable just like openly talking about it with your friends or whatever, like maybe they'll end up meeting someone that they might feel might be a good fit for you guys and then introduce you. Like, I think just being open about it and like unapologetic about it and talking about it with absolutely no shame, because there's no shame whatsoever to it, can attract, you know, ideas and people and stuff like that. And the word can get around, and then maybe someone will hear from another person that you and your girlfriend or you and your wife are open, and then maybe they'll gravitate to you, you know?
Yeah. Would you ever have a threesome with somebody you're attracted to but your partner isn't, or vice versa?
Of course not.
No.
That's a no.
No.
That's just a recipe for disaster, honestly.
Yeah.
How's that gonna work? No.
It's nice that we have the same taste in women.
Yeah, absolutely.
It helps a lot.
Yeah.
Do you girls have threesomes with the same person more than once?
Only on an exceptional basis if the chemistry and the attraction is really, really strong.
Abigail Mac, if you're listening to this, we're waiting. We're down.
We're DTF again.
Yeah, we always have been, but we're just saying it out loud.
Manifest yourself to us.
Come back to us. Has it ever happened that after a threesome, one thought it was amazing and the other not at all? No, it hasn't, right?
No, absolutely not. Because we check in.
Yeah, and we also make sure that it's amazing. There's been like maybe once that we checked in and I was like, I think I'd like some more attention down there. And I mean, obviously the threesome wasn't even done yet, but I was like, I want it.
Yeah.
And we made it happen like right away.
The same with me. Like, I've checked in and I've said like maybe we switch things up a little bit. Maybe I go on you instead, or you go on me for a little bit. And usually it's like bam, right away everybody cooperates.
It's taken care of, and then it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yep. Is your sex better with each other after? Better than usual? That's what they're asking. I mean, it does spice things up. I mean, that's why we love doing it. It spices things up a bit. Yeah.
If anything, it's the connection that is deeper. Because, I mean, threesomes for us are so much fun because it satisfies that like sexually adventurous side that we both have. And then we get to share that together. So the bonding that happens afterwards is so beautiful. Like, we talk about it together. We reminisce together. We like, I don't know, we chat about it, we laugh about it. Like, it's just such a beautiful, nice bonding opportunity, and it strengthens our connection between us. And then as a result, we have really spicy sex. So I would say like yes, but it's just because the connection and the bonding is really like enhanced afterwards, that we just feel like so much closer, and we got to experience this like really magical, fun, kinky thing together, and it's like our little thing, and we get to like indulge in it. So I think.
But what I also, no one asked this, but I want to say it, is that we actually don't do this very often.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, how many times a year would you say we do this?
I don't know. I've never really counted, but maybe like 2, 3 on a good year. Like, maybe 4 if a collab like throws itself in, but usually maybe like 3, 2, something like that. But I mean, I don't really count. We don't like seek it out necessarily. I mean, every once in a while we'll be like, hey babe, you want to have a little fun with a third? And then we'd be like, I think we're due, you know? But it's not usually something that we like seek out.
It just kind
or
of,
that
yeah.
like need or crave or anything like that. It's really just like a fun little extra bonus.
Nice. Has anyone ever rejected you two?
Well, yes, actually.
Who? Wait, not who. I'm not going to say who, but I don't remember.
Well, we were at a restaurant and the waitress
Oh, yeah.
was like heavily flirting with both of us. She knew we were together because we were holding hands and we were like kissing and stuff. And she was like flirting.
She
flirting.
really looked like she was flirting.
Yeah, she was giving us the eyes too, and every single answer to any of our questions, even if they were like just related to the food on the menu, like she would like twist it and turn it into something like
Is that sexual?
You know? And I'm just like,
what's up with that?
What's up with this girl? And I was like, are you feeling
And she would like spend a lot of time at our table too. Like she'd like just chat. So we were like, yo, what's up?
Yeah. So we left our number on the receipt, to which we got no answer afterwards.
She never called or texted.
She never called or texted ever.
So odd.
Yeah. So that was weird.
Yeah.
Felt kind of let on there.
And it's such a good restaurant. We have to go back.
Yeah. We'll go on a different day at a different time of the day too.
I don't remember what day it was.
I'm just kidding. I don't give a fuck.
That place is so good.
That's
Your
it.
turn.
My turn?
At the bottom there.
Do you have rules? Anything you don't want to do?
Well, there's one position that is just very mind-blowing when you do it. So I kind of want it reserved for me, but that could change. Which is
You've made an exception once or twice.
Yeah. When you do like the reverse cowgirl when we're strapping. Yeah. It's pretty mind-blowing. It's pretty mind-blowing.
It depends on the day.
They have to be a really special person for me to let that happen.
It depends on the day.
Yeah.
Some days you'll be like, go for it.
Yeah.
And then other days you'll be like, no.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no. There's no rules. I mean, it's really... I mean, like, we're not really big on, like, butt stuff. Like, I mean, I like a little external, little tongue action, but not, like, insertion of anything up my butt. Do you worry that your partner will end up leaving you for someone else?
No.
Come on now.
No.
If that was a worry, we would never have threesomes. No. And we would highly discourage you to have a threesome if that is one of your concerns.
I trust you 100,000%.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah. And I know that, like, just deep down, you're a really, really good person and that you wouldn't be able to live with yourself if you cheated on me or left me for a third that we hooked up with or something. Like, I just don't see that happening because it just doesn't, like, align. Like, you work on yourself every single day to better yourself. Doing something like that would just be, like, the complete fucking opposite of the person that you are. So I just don't see it happening, and I trust you so much.
Thank you, baby.
I love you.
I love you. You're so cute. The feeling is 100% mutual, and you know that already. We've said that so many times over the years, but
I'm not worried about that at all.
Yeah, absolutely. Has any third tried to get you into a throuple relationship?
No.
Not really, because once again, the communication before, where we stand, what we expect, and the check-ins during and the check-ins after.
Yeah, and we tell them this is probably a one-time thing.
Right.
So.
Yeah. To be honest with you, like the communication part of this whole process will resolve all of your potential questions, doubts, insecurities, and all of that, and worries and all of that. It'll really put everyone's mind at ease, and it'll prevent any of these worries to even happen.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Did either or both of you ever pursue threesomes prior to meeting or only together? Yeah, we've had threesomes before we've met each other.
I just had a foursome before.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm like all or nothing.
Yeah. You very much are all or nothing type of person.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this isn't our first rodeo.
Yeah.
Do y'all worry about catching feelings for the other person? If so, how do you feel about that?
No, I don't.
No, I think we've made ourselves very, very clear with each other that we are very much emotionally exclusively tied to one another. I'm not the type of person that can like fall in love with multiple people at once, nor are you.
I don't have the room.
Yeah.
No.
I don't have the emotional capacity.
No.
Yeah. Not a question, but if I'd have the opportunity to have a threesome with you, I'll cook for you before and afterwards.
Yes.
Woo! What's your number?
What's your phone number?
What are them digits?
Yeah. Once we actually ordered Popeyes after a threesome, and we just pigged out all together, and that was great.
It was so much fun.
I highly recommend that.
Yeah. Really fun.
Yeah.
Would you do them even if they were not for your job? Yes. Because
that's what we're already doing, yeah.
Yeah, like I mean the intimacy that you see on camera is pretty much the intimacy that happens off camera. You just get like an insider look of it. So when we do have them on camera, it's basically what happens off camera. And there is a real genuine attraction towards the third person. It's not just performative. It's never performative because we're terrible actresses. You would know if we were acting. Would you be open to one of you participating and the other watching? Yeah.
Yeah, but not the whole time.
Not the whole time, yeah. But like to take breaks in the
Yeah.
middle
Sometimes
of it happening.
You need a break.
That's okay. Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Or you go to the bathroom and then you come back and you're just standing there like,
Yeah.
just watch for like a minute before you join back in.
Yeah. Or you just like climax like 20 times and you just need a little breather. So you could like take a little break. You just say like, I'm just going to watch for a little bit, you know, and then you just watch. And if you want to pleasure yourself to what you're seeing, you can. If not, you could just watch. Yes, I love it. I love it. You know, I always have to be touching you. I know people are going to think I'm fucking crazy saying this, but like, I love watching you be happy. I really do. It brings me so much joy.
Sometimes you just take like a step back and just like absorb the moment and watch what's happening. And you're just like, wow.
I love it. I love how happy you get. I love seeing you in the throes of pleasure and passion. It's just a beautiful thing to see you just like really enjoying yourself and really indulging in the moment. And
me too.
I love it. I love it. It turns me on. I love that we have this beautiful safe space between us that we both get to enjoy and get pleasure in. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to see your partner just be happy. And if I'm pleasuring you with another person, that's beautiful. Like it's all just good vibes all around. Yeah.
Me. Beautiful.
Thank you, baby. On that note, we're going to stop here. And if you have any other questions, feel free to pop them into the comments. And if there's enough questions or things that we realize there's a lot of things we didn't cover, then maybe we'll have a part 2. Either way, I think we'll probably in the future have like another episode on maybe foursome dynamics. Yeah. Because it's a little bit different. So maybe if you guys want. Yeah. Other than that, please follow and subscribe to us if you love us and you want to hear us talk more shit. And that's pretty much it. Leave us a little comment, leave us some love so we know that you're enjoying it, and have yourselves a beautiful day. Yeah. And we love you. Thank you for watching. Bye. See you later. My love.